everyone, this is Skye. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a very long time since I've done a video, so I thought I'd go ahead and do one. I want to talk about my early days in my transition and what my experiences was back then. So hopefully you enjoy this video. Don't forget to hit the like button or subscribe to my channel if you haven't. So that helps me out, I think. Maybe, I don't know, but I'd like to build up my subscriber base since I've been around for a little while, and I'd like to kind of make this channel active again. So here we go. When I first started realizing that I had gender dysphoria, basically this was in the late 90s, back maybe 1997 or so. I started realizing that there was something different about the way I thought about things in the world compared to other guys. So that being said, it took a while for me to get beyond the point of just denial, but eventually I decided to do some research online. Back in its infancy, the internet was not like it is today, so information was out there for gender dysphoria, but there's so many resources today that makes it really easy. So that being said, so once I started doing some research, I discovered that I was what's considered a male to female transgender, or back then everybody's calling us transsexuals and she-males and stuff like that, which is very detrimental today, I guess. But the term that I coined for myself was transgender female. I got onto some hormones, initially not really doing it the right way, I consider. But at the time, that's all I had. You got to remember, back in those days, it was pretty rough to be to transition either way, male to female, female to male. But today it's a whole lot easier, even though I'm not saying it's easy, because it is still rather difficult for anybody to change their life in that way, much less the people in their surroundings makes it really hard. But that being said, I continued, I persevered, and then I finally got to the point where I did decide to transition. And I did experimentation first, so I played around with makeup and hair. Of course, I had short hair back then, but that's when I started letting it grow out, of course. But in the beginning, though, it was kind of rough because it was more mental than anything else. I had to overcome a lot of paranoia. So I would go out to restaurants or any place I would go. I would be freaking out that people were staring at me. Half the time they were, half the time it was just in my head. They could be thinking or doing one thing, and I would be thinking and doing another thing, thinking that they were thinking that they were staring at me and making fun of me. But that wasn't the case half the time. So, but generally, the first few years was really, really bad that way. And I had to eventually crawl out of that hole, so to speak. Eventually, my mind and my attitude changed to where I didn't think about it so much. It just happened to be a slow and gradual kind of thing, to where I just started living my life every day. And with the actual changes hormonally and creating the physical changes, my hair growing out, I started becoming more confident, and things just started falling into place. Within my first year, maybe the first 3 months, I should say, when I started taking hormones and the changes started happening, one day it just happened out of nowhere. Some guy held a door open for me. First time in my life that ever happened. I mean, as far as being recognized as female, and then having somebody actually treat me like a female and holding a door open for me. So that was pretty exciting, and it just started happening from there on a daily basis. I started to feel more comfortable, more confident, and things just started happening as far as that's concerned. I still had some paranoia. I still had people reading me or figuring me out. But even then, that took me years to overcome and to learn how to deal with it. As far as learning how to deal with it, that is just something that's personal to everybody. It just takes time, and sometimes you just have to go inward and just bear with it and continue your day. But at the end of the day, as long as you're safe, that's all that's important. Everybody's experiences, their lifestyle, the people that they know, the jobs that they work, they all have different experiences. So it's going to be different for everyone. But for me, that is my story. But yeah, that's pretty much in a nutshell how my beginning experiences in my transition happened. So I would like to hear your experiences, what you've had to deal with in your early days, or if you are starting your early days. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave comments down below. Hopefully you like the story. I will do another story time, maybe, just another little shorter, experience in my life in the last 20 years or so of my transition journey, and I'll share it with you. So till next time, have a good day.